Well, hey everyone, welcome back to our second round. Critters Inc. and Indivisible are going to go against each other. So, what do you think, Sib, about this?
Well, I'm currently looking at their Sendu right now, or their team sites right now, and from what I could tell, like what we saw earlier in round one, I am seeing a lot of colorful comps. And by colorful, I mean a wide variety of weapons that all of these players main, which is very, very cool. So, from what I could see here from a Critters Inc., I see that there is a bow player. Not only do they play um, the tri-stringer as along with its other kits, but also the well string. And I also see that another one really is into splatlings, both the heavy edit and the Nautilus. Yeah, honestly, like we are just seeing as you can see, like we are just seeing a lot of really cool, colorful comps here.
I mean, yeah, with your mentions of the bow, I'm really hoping we see something unique. I've been enjoying the inkjet angle shooter tri-stringer a lot. It's been really cool, and I hope that it's going to be picked out. Inkjet or Wellstring, I'd be happy with either one. I'm also seeing a mint decavitator and a gold dynamo, so really unique comps coming from both teams. Maybe even new Cobra Jet Sculpture as well. That could be really interesting. Any thoughts, Sib?
I mean, not much to say. I mean, like, definitely seeing, your standard typical weapons that we obviously have seen before in like competitive. But I'm very honestly excited to see if we will see the Cobra Jet, because I don't know, like I feel like the Burst Bomb and Splashdown kit is very underrated in my opinion. But with all that being said, though, let's see what Indivisible has right now. And I am noticing that we see Paintbrush being picked up by one of the players, and I also am seeing the tent umbrella, which is now starting to make a rise in competitive, as what we've noticed so far, mainly from Shadow from Moonlight.
Yeah, well, especially if they picked Tentabella, it didn't look like the other team had a lot of object damage, which means they're going to struggle a lot against this Tentabella. So Indivisible can pull out a win just from that tent, hopefully. I'm also seeing a roller, the Splat Roller. It's going to be very interesting. I'm seeing three different Splatonos. We have the normal Splatono Stamper, the Sticker Stamper, and the Mint Decavitator. So let's see if we pull that out, and as well as a bucket. It looks like their team is very midline oriented.
Yeah, yeah, definitely being definitely really all added with this midline focused comp. Like I am very excited to see like how this team will pull it off. But with all that being said, folks, we are going to kick things off with Clamblitz on Museum Delfonsino, of another classic Splatoon 3 map, that map mode that has been around ever since the beginning, honestly. So I'm very curious to see, like, honestly, I think, like, from what we could tell, um, I think from what I could tell, like, this is going to be quite an interesting fight, especially because of how open this map is.
Yeah, Museum Alfonzino Clams. Sometimes a controversial opinion, sometimes not. Museum Alfonzino Clams is my favorite and possibly the best rotation, what I think it is, for the Splatoon 3 map rotations. What do you think about it?
I mean, this is definitely one of those, like, map modes where you really have to, like, coordinate your specials, which is one of the things I love. You really gotta, like, use one of your, well, you gotta really use, mainly um, a, a Zuka or Strikes or Crab to enable you to go in. And then once the Zuka, Crab, and Strikes have been used, it is up to the teammates that pushes up to plat to really use like the in your face specials, like either hammer or triple splashdown or Kraken, like any of those or any of those. So yeah, like this is one of the things I love about the museum clams. Like it's all based on like it's all about special coordination, and I hope we get to see that coming from both of these.
I hope so too. I saw a Splatana Stamper and a Splatana Wiper, so if they pull those out, they do great for camping underneath those spots in museum. Looks like we see looks like we see a paintbrush, a dapple doolies, and a heavy edit. Wow. Looks like critters.ink is going to be running a double cooler team. That's impressive. Any thoughts on Indivisible's team comp?
I do notice that they brought out the Cobra Jet, so this is honestly very exciting to see here, because as much as people really don't like Cobra Jet because they really wanted the original kit that it had in Splatoon 1. Honestly, I think this is pretty much custom Explo 2.0 in my opinion. So
Agreed.
yeah, but anyways, enough about the comps here. I am seeing that it looks like Indivisible is really off to a fantastic start, just immediately rushing in and able to get the power clam in, and only it looks like this is the end of the push here, only leading to 71 points remaining.
Yeah, it looks like Indivisible's going to be really playing fast with their team, running a heavy edit and a paintbrush with like this double cooler, and they have a crab ready. Oh, but they pop a stamp. The Wellstring gets a trade. 2 down. It's a 2v2 right now, but that cooler is dominating. You see, everyone on Indivisible just got back instantly. The Wiper does have a hammer ready, so we might be able to see some shenanigans from it. Looks like they're going to try and run the ball, maybe even stamp over the crab. Are they going to break the crab? They break it, but can they get the pick? No, they jump out.
Still, though, that is very, very, very incredible coming from the Splatana Wiper, able to take out the crab. Because, I feel like once the crab is still alive, it's definitely going to really make the opponent team, specifically Critters Inc., to struggle a little bit. But unfortunately, though, that wasn't enough, as Indivisible is able to break the basket, and now down to 45 points remaining. And by the looks of it, this is again the end of the push, though. But still, that is an incredible lead.
Yeah, and it looks like their Wiper unfortunately dies to the paintbrush. And the paintbrush looks like they might get some high ground, try and fight against that Jet Sculpture and that Nautilus. If they can't get that pick. Oh, but the splashdown kills the paintbrush. That's a huge pick for them. Indivisible has their crab tank ready as well as the heavy edit. It's going to use their cooler. This can go either way for both teams, to be honest with you. We still have 2 minutes and 40 minutes, or 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the match timer. And Museum can go either way for each team. But 2 down on Critters Inc. 3 down. It's just a Jet Sculpture. 4 down. Oh, they might lose the lead here. Not lose the lead. They might get scored even more here. They get the ball in.
Oh, but yeah. Unfortunately, though, while they were able to get the push going, Indivisible got completely wiped out by Critters Inc. here, and now Critters Inc. really being really going all in and trying to push up and trying to score. But unfortunately, though, they didn't have enough clams in order to flip the lead. This does leave them having to go back to where they started and trying to have as many clams as they can, as well as getting their specials ready in order to enable a push.
Yeah, Critters Inc. had a great defense, didn't let them get any more balls or clams in, which gave them a free pity ball. Oh, but that crab tank's going to take up the Nautilus quickly.
Oh.
And we're going to probably run into the same issue where the double cooler team, Indivisible, is just going to have so many coolers active, they're able to chain them, keep getting that 1 second respawn timeout, keep pushing because they can come back with all of their specials. It's going to be very hard for Critters Inc. to push past.
Yeah, every time whenever like Critters Inc. tries to start a push here, Indivisible just always coming back in, ready to defend their basket, not letting any of the members from Critters Inc. to take control of it. Cooler is just really making the double cooler comp is really making Critters Inc. struggle a lot.
Yeah, but maybe Indivisible gets a sweet hammer kill. Now let's see. It looks like it's a 3v4 right now, but they can't get that hammer kill. Now it is a really interesting pick from Critters Inc. to get a double hammer going, even on Museum, where it does play pretty well. And it seems to be struggling a bit against the heavy edit because it plays really well against it. Are they going to make a ball? Yes, they've made a ball. So the question is if they're going to be able to push and get enough clams to win. They get a huge kill on that crab tank and they drop the ball there.
Yeah, we do see we are seeing like an absolute bloodbath happening in Critters Inc.'s spinner there that we saw earlier. But unfortunately, though, Indivisible just going in, just taking out all the members from Critters Inc. with all their might, not letting them try to take control of mid, and also just starting a push in general results them in a dub for them.
Yeah, I actually thought that even though Critters weren't able to score any points, it looked like both teams were very equal in skill level. They just got a bit unlucky, especially with the pushes, considering that the double cooler comp was just able to get their enemy team back so quickly that they just kept on pushing. They had no break to do anything at all.
Yeah, but that's all right though. This isn't over yet for Critters Inc. They still have yet to do the next couple of games, and if they are able to win an Undertow Rainmaker, they will still have a chance. They will still have a chance in securing this dub for this round. So, speaking of which, Undertow Rainmaker, another classic Splatoon 3 map mode here, folks. Yeah, what can you tell me? What are your thoughts and opinions on this map mode specifically, Umbra?
Undertow Rainmaker, well, first off, for that first checkpoint, it's really interesting because the way this checkpoint is going to work is they can either go completely to the left or maybe a bit more to the right. Now, that right checkpoint, it's really easy. If you get 2 players down, you can push that right checkpoint, but they'd have to go past an uninkable floor, which is going to get them stopped really quickly. So normally that left checkpoint is going to be your best bet, but it's really easy to stop them there because it's such a strong it's just such a strong choke point for them. And I am curious how Critters and Indivisible is going to react to this, because Hammer can play great here. So if Critters is going to run a double stamp again, they could very easily pull the dub out, because it's also great for Rainmaker. Double stamp, bowstring, perfect popping combo. If they play this right, Indivisible won't even be able to get the first pop at all.
Yeah, 100%. But the one thing that Indivisible really has that many people forgot is their tent. I feel like with tent, like it could do a lot when making pushes to the checkpoints. Like it'll be a shield that can help you like protect yourself while pushing up to the checkpoint and other stuff. And not to mention Cooler. Cooler can still get you back in the action right away, and can let you be able to do some do more chaos and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna find out soon enough like what kind of comps both of these teams will run. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with your opinion on the Cooler, especially for something like Rainmaker. They can just grab the Rainmaker, run it, and then die, come back with all their special. It's going to be very hard for the enemy team to fight it. But admittedly, so it's going to balance out with this insane popping power that Critters is going to have. Indivisible's Coolers looked like they were incredibly annoying. Their Cooler chains were near perfect in that first game. So if they run double Cooler again, I'm pretty confident in the fact that it's going to be just as annoying, if not more annoying, for Critters to fight this double Cooler comp.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, but I still like definitely think that that Critters Inc. definitely have the upper advantage. Especially as you mentioned before, double stamp, the Wellstring, and even Jet too, especially with like especially with the triple splashdown, like they could be able to do a lot of like they could be able to get a lot of picks with it. So Yeah, we're gonna honestly find out very soon. We honestly just have very good, have been pointing out a lot of good points regarding both of these teams' strengths and weaknesses, regarding their comps. So we're gonna just find out very soon once game number 2 is about to commence. But before that, let's talk a little bit about Umami Zones. What are your thoughts on that specific map mode?
Umami Zones, it's a great map for something like a Dreadringer to play on. And while originally the conventional Reef Slider kit for Dreadringer always struggled on it, it is a bit worrying for when you run a Reef Slider originally because of the fact that it was incredibly hard to cap both zones since you'd have to coordinate a push really well. But Dreadringer does do, it has great paint, similar to the 96 Gal and the Stamper. It can paint the zones really well for Umami, and this Crab Tank, it's going to be really hard for the enemy team to push up if they get a Crab Tank out in the middle checkpoint, or not the middle checkpoint, in the middle of Umami. Any thoughts on Umami?
Definitely the most preferable two-zone map mode out of all the other maps that have two zones. Which I understand why, because yeah, I feel like compared to the other ones, this one is super wide enough and very open, pretty much in mid mainly. Allowing you to like not only easily sneak around through areas that you don't normally expect a player to be at, but also you can pretty much just like be able to paint zones quite easily when you're in top mid, which is I think one of the reasons why Umami Zones is like the most preferred map, because once you're in top mid, you can easily be able to have your team paint both zones easily and just try to defend it once you immediately capture the zones.
I agree, yeah. I mean, Umami Zones, you can see it in competitive sometimes. Umami is notorious for its tower control, because whenever you get it to 40 in tower control, it's just an easy win for that team. Umami Zones isn't quite as bad, but if this team doesn't play carefully, they will get knocked out extremely easily, because there's not many ways to approach in Umami Zones, compared to something like Mahi.
Yeah, 100% there, folks. And it looks like we are running again through some technical difficulties. Not to worry. We are about to commence very shortly here. Yeah, right now, it looks like by the looks of it, it looks like one of the teams are about to sub in switch out players here,
Player,
which
yeah.
yeah, honestly, I'm very curious to see what weapon they will pick out. I'm not sure who it is, but we're gonna find out soon enough here. And yeah, honestly, I'm just very excited to see like what kind of I'm just very curious to see if there's going to be some changes, changes happening in one of the team's comps. I don't know, like it's just really hard to see. It's just really hard to tell.
Yeah, and I am wondering if maybe in Umami Zones, instead of seeing a well string, we might see a tri-stringer. That could be really cool. Inkjet could play really well, depending on how good they are with it. Do you think, actually, I have a question for you. Do you think their bow player is going to switch off of the well string for the Rainmaker? It might seem like a weird pick, but maybe they want some more fighting power.
I mean, honestly, I think they should still keep Wellstring, because again, you mentioned before like the pop, it's going to be an easy pop for I believe Critters Inc. And yeah, and I feel like with Stamp, when you grab Rainmaker and when a player has a Stamper ready, they can easily create a pathway for the Rainmaker carrier to easily just swim in and try to get as many points, or better yet, try to get a knockout if they can. So honestly, I think they will most likely still keep the Wellstring, because I feel like Wellstring is honestly just the most oppressive weapon, mainly for Rainmaker. So, but I don't know, like I don't know. There's always bound to be some surprising changes that we may not expect.
I mean, yeah, Wellstring is really just providing some great AoE for critters to get in, provide some great AoE, great chip damage. That Wiper was also playing really fast. I am wondering if they're going to keep the Wiper or switch off to something different because it looked like he was struggling against the Nautilus. Looks like they're still going to play it along with the Wellstring, a Bucket, and a T-Tech. Very dominant comp. It's going to be triple bomb as well as 2 ink strikes. It's going to be very hard to push against them. Looks like the other team is running a paintbrush, a decapitator, and their double cooler comp again. Let's see if they can compete against it.
It's the double tri-strike and double hammer supreme, folks. This is definitely quite a special an interesting special comp that you don't normally expect, that I definitely wasn't expecting here. But right now it looks like Critters Inc. was trying to start a push immediately, but was wiped out immediately by Indivisible, allowing them to easily push up the Rainmaker to the first checkpoint and able to do it successfully.
Yeah, so it looks like Indivisible is probably going to get the kill again. Paintbrush, it's pushing in. It got a kill on the Wiper, very big. Are they going to go for the flank? Yes, they will. And they get 2 down. This Wellstring, maybe they'll be able to stall out. They do have that hammer. They could throw it at the Rainmaker if they need to, but they might get the pull. Oh, so close. It's 1 away, though. If Critters doesn't pull this off, they might lose right here. Wellstring still holding onto that hammer. Maybe they're going to use it. Oh, but they get 2 down, the Paintbrush and Dualies. This is huge for them. It's just the Decapitator. They grab the Rainmaker, but they can't get it in. This is such a close match, folks.
Wow. That definitely was absolutely insane here. Indivisible just, oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. Did the team colors change?
Oh my god, they've switched. Now they're running the double cooler team. Guys, we never realized this. Critters is actually running the double cooler team. Indivisible is the one running the double stamp. This is a crazy switch right now. Currently,
actually,
it looks like we might actually go to game 3. Wait, team colors are wrong? Sorry.
Yeah, I think the team colors are wrong.
Something's going on.
It's alright, though. I mean, there's always bound to be technical difficulties happening behind the scenes, folks. So we do apologize for that, but honestly, this is just something to laugh about later on. But it apparently Indivisible are the ones that are down to 1 point remaining, and it looks like they are the one, and it looks like they are trying to trying to get the knockout immediately, but unfortunately, they were taken out by Critters Inc. And Critters Inc. just gotta really be careful though, because who knows about the unexpected flanks like the Paintbrush. The Paintbrush just immediately rushed in and able to take out the Rainmaker carrier. Which honestly, it may seem like a bit of it may seem a bit not a necessary pick, but it honestly is a huge pick.
Yeah, it looks great. Also, I've just got messages from our staff that we've switched them back, so now you can see Indivisible is now blue team. Makes a lot more sense. We thought that the entire team switched, like the team comps changed. Looks like Critters is unfortunately not able to get a pick. It's just that T-Tech alive, and it's a wipeout. This is going to be unfortunate for them, especially with that Decapitator. If they can pop a bubble on the left side of Critters' spawn, it's over for them. They'll be able to get the checkpoint in really easy. Goliath playing the Paintbrush looks like they're going to get a push in, pop the wave really early, maybe get a pick. They do get a trade on that T-Tech. That means there's going to only be 1 Tri-Strikes to defend, and they pop bubble early. Will they pop Tri-Strikes to break it? They break it already? That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, Critters Inc., they really have been struggling in not only like try to retake mid and everything, but just starting a push overall, especially because again, like, it's the double cooler here, folks. Like, the double cooler is just really helping them like get in back into the action and just like causing more chaos, as I mentioned earlier here. And because of that, this does let them able to get to 1 point remaining here. They pretty much Critters Inc. pretty much just have to like really just really have to get a knockout in order to win here. But honestly, from what we could tell though, they've just been really struggling in just pushing and taking control of mid here. So they got to really figure out what to do in this situation.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know if they'll be able to win this, because they might not be able to get to the Rainmaker in time. It looks like that Decav was just able to push in, and they weren't able to stop it at all. Wiper's trying to defend, maybe get a pick on the Rainmaker. Oh, but he can't quite get that hammer snipe, and that is game 2, folks.
Yeah, honestly though, like really that was honestly a really great job coming from Indivisible. Like their double cooler comp really just like helped them just continue getting back into the fights quite easily. Um Probably, yeah, it's definitely mostly because, like, they were able to just spawn in a lot of coolers, like, very quickly and just able to, like, keep it going, and, yeah, they've definitely have been practicing a lot with the placements and just painting up for a lot of coolers there and just allowing them to completely have so much control and just really standing their ground here. But really, just incredible stuff from Indivisible there. But for Critters Inc. though,
Yeah.
honestly though, like really great effort there. It is definitely the most annoying type of comp to fight, especially just fighting double cooler in general. So honestly, I've really liked some of their some of the plays that pulled off, especially with the stamper plays and everything. Like they were able to get in like really huge picks, and unfortunately though, they just weren't able to, because of the double cooler comp, it just really put them back.
Yeah, I think that the second round and the first round were actually really close, but that double cooler comp, man, it's crazy. And that decapitator, they were just really struggling against fighting it because of how big of a hitbox it is. Tips for fighting the decapitator: you're going to want to play on any sort of vertical slope. That wiper, if they can ledge camp them, they're actually screwed. So it's just unfortunate they weren't able to play against it that well, but it was still great job from both teams. Indivisible with an amazing team comp. I think their team comp building was great. And I just want to point out that Twitch stream is great. Happy for everyone that's tuning in. We have 64 people watching the stream right now. Thanks for all the support on the Academy, guys.